All right, it's 7 a.m. at the house. Truck is a mess. I got a 9 a.m. call local here in town. Been working construction on my rental house, so I got to pull the tools out and load a camera in and a few lights. Most of my batteries are shipping back here from jobs in California and Vegas, so I only have 4 hypercores and 2 of these guys. I have 4 old B4B batteries on charge, but I don't really trust them. They're only good on lights and they don't last very long. So today's just a single camera interview and a little bit of B-roll. FX9. It's the dreaded half-day rate. I took it. It's lower. It's kind of the lowest rate I've taken in several years. The only reason I accepted it is it's actually here in San Antonio, and it's supposed to be a 3-hour day. I don't know, we'll see. But at any rate, I may have to run one Gemini light only because I don't think I have enough batteries to run my key off of battery. I washed the truck last night, so the outside's nice and clean. Got my bunk stripped. Inside's still a little dusty, dirty from construction, but I'm just going back to construction tomorrow, so I'll get through one day. All right, I got 2 FX9s. We're only using 1. Got some 5-in-1s, stingers, my 4 B4B bricks with a charger, 4 sandbags, 2 C-stands, 2 baby stands, Gemini with a snap bag and a grid, 2 sets of sticks. I've got batteries as discussed. Audio, we're just doing boom on a pole. Got my standard onboard LED kit, 3 lights. Just gonna run the little 7-inch for producer. Got my headphones, hi-hat, which I don't need, dead water bottle. I got plenty of water in the fridge. Yeah, I think we're good to go. I should think from the bottom up. This is what I do when I don't have a checklist. So sticks, just ordered tripod and camera plates, camera, battery, media, card readers, lenses, audio. I've got the mic, I got the boom pole, I got the grip head and stand holder. I have a stand I can use for the boom pole. I got plenty of XLR cables. I got headphones. I've got the client hard drive up there. Got to grab my laptop out of the house to do the download, but I'm FedExing the footage, so I could download at the house, but I'll bring the laptop. I'd love to just offload it and hit FedEx on the way home and be done and move on to the next gig. Here's our primary setup. Sit down interview. LED panel going through a silk is the key. 50mm prime lens. This is a traditional broadcast interview package. So I got our subject here, and I had a second panel armed out on a C-stand as a backlight, and then 2 150 Fresnels lighting up little hot spots in the background. And then after that, we shot some B-roll outside. I just did that on sticks. Didn't have a chance to get any behind the scenes. All right, wrapped on the half day. Outside the FedEx. Just dumping the footage. Get the client's drive going overnight, and I got my backup that I will retain. We shot 1 card, 1 interview, a little bit of B-roll. Easy gig. I misplaced one of my Sony card readers. I don't know what I did with it. I'm gonna tear the van apart. I think I shoved it up there in that shelf because I was trying to get on the road on some previous shoot a couple weeks ago. Last time I shot on the Sonys. All right, this one's day 1 of a 2-day assignment, downtown San Antonio. Picked up this gig off a viewer here on my YouTube channel, fellow DP based in the Washington, D.C. area. Thank you so much for the local booking. So awesome to work 20 minutes from my front door. So we shot some stand-ups outside at a park, daylight viewable prompter, My prompter monitor actually failed on this shoot, and fortunately I had a backup. It just took a little bit of time to switch it out. I still need to send that panel in back to California to get serviced. It picked flipped. They think the video board's bad. After the exterior stand-ups, I got to knock out a bunch of B-roll by myself, shooting around the park. And then jumping ahead to day 2, interior green screen, prompter, pretty straightforward. See it here. I think we had 5 lights going, the 2 Geminis in the foreground, armed out backlights, and then yeah, 2 panels on the floor filling in the green rag in the background. Pre-light and tech rehearsal. Originally this was a 3-camera shoot with 2 people at the desk, a wide and 2 close, and then the scope scaled back. We had to set up several large monitors plus the teleprompter to cover graphics, the return from the host in New York, and some scripted copy. Because it was only 1 subject, we only needed to light up 2 of the 3 panels. See, my viewers were more savvy than I was. Those daylight tubes that I bought are fluorescent. They're not LED, so they won't work in that shop fixture. So back at Home Depot to buy they had another option that was 6,000 Kelvin shop light, pre-assembled. I'm just gonna pick up 4 of those. Super impressed with this broadcast facility. Got a beautiful, super clean stage. A little bit of disarray between productions at the moment, but they get this live studio audience area. Some set pieces for some other program. They get a couple different studio cameras floating around the facility. There's a mirror image prompter setup, similar to my 15-inch mirror image unit, except this one is trapezoidal, which is much friendlier in a TV studio environment. Because for wide shots or 3 shots of people, there's better viewing off axis, where my square prompters basically got to be straight on and in a medium or a close-up, otherwise the tilt and pan position chops off the sides of words. And that previous pedestal was a Liebeck. People kind of bag on that Liebeck brand, and they are far more affordable than like this Vinton gas unit. But shoot, for the money, they're pretty darn smooth. Of course, I'd take this beauty over those. I haven't operated off a Vinton gas pedestal since I was in college in Boston. We had 8 cameras on Vinton peds back in the day. So here's our set all lit, end of day 1, tech rehearsal complete. You can see we got 2 panels downlit with the 4-foot tubes. They look just like Kinos. These are set to daylight. These are those Home Depot shop lights. I think they're about $30 or $35 each, which is, I think that's less than it would have cost me to rent Kinos, and it was a 5-minute drive for me to pick up versus having to drive about 30 minutes across town to the local gaffer. And then I just bid them with Cardellini's. And this set's designed to arm them in with a stand versus... Originally I thought I was going to have to screw them in up there. This set came in on a truck from New York City with 2 art guys flew in to assemble it. That needs a battery. I love the buttons. That is a quality piece of hardware. So we're in the control room, and this is for live shots. Your typical TV news uplink with the control room in the background. Ikegami studio camera, beautiful skin tones off of these guys. This is like before Arri made digital cameras. This was the manufacturer the most coveted for beautiful skin tone. It's just studio managers telling me this is their new switcher. They're still learning it. They replaced the Snell Wilcox unit. And they went from the big video array of monitors to now you get one panel multi-view that covers it all. I assume this is the producer's desk. Oh yeah, look at that. That's how I know. RTS comm system. Imagine they've got a bunch of wireless belt packs for the studio. It's your TD's unit. And then look at this. This is like a broadcast museum. The Chiron. Very cool. So the studio here, I was looking at the specs last night. It's 60 by 100.
Slide 7, Macy's going to be going. Slide 11.
All right, this was our final setup. One monitor was the return from the host in New York. The other one was graphics, stats, and teleprompter with script. I didn't realize we had a board operator, and I had full access to this grid and didn't use any of the lights from overhead. So the poor guy sat there in the booth with nothing to do. Oh yeah, EX3 or EX, the little guy, what were those called? EX1? I don't remember what the little ones were, model number. Yeah, I misspoke. This was our final setup. This is more logical. Return monitor under the lens, graphics to the side. Well, I think this is the last time the old PSC M4 will make the airwaves. Got my new mix pre-mixer in this week. Been teching it out. Some of the parts are back ordered, but I think it'll be ready to go by my next shoot. Here's the start of the final production of 2021. Road trip to southwestern Utah. Shot a media package for a new resort and high-end homes. And to spend a night on the road there and back, 19-hour drive. My wife came along. We got to stay in one of the property's homes. It's like a $8 or $9 million house. It was gorgeous. So I'll share some of that with you next week. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.